Hello the internet, good evening to you. My name is John. I'm accompanied by my good friend Sean Harry and Elizar Cabrera.
Hello.
And together we are
Those Video Guys.
We have got a fantastic show for you this evening. We are back in the study and we have got some fantastic videos for you as well. But
first time for Elizar in the study.
First time. You insisted upon it, Elizar.
Yes, we've got some reading to catch up on.
We've made your dreams come true.
What book is available to read now?
There's plenty of books to read, but at the moment we're concentrating exclusively on videos, and we have got some great videos for you. We've got some good channels, we've got the Bitly's Top 5, but before the shows we're going to be reviewing today, we've got some news. Last night, the announcement of the results of Celebrate the Web.
Yes, which we reviewed last week.
We did.
We looked our picks
at all of them, and Elizar, I'm going to ask you which of the series won.
Relapse won the Audience Award, John.
Relapse won the Audience Award, and the judges' choice went to Silver Lake Badminton and Adventurers Club.
Yes.
Any thoughts on that? Which one was Relapse? That
Relapse
was
the
Alcoholics Anonymous.
She's
kind
the
of,
doctor. She's Alcoholics Anonymous. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And I remember. I think we all enjoyed that one. That was
We enjoyed all of them.
And the Silver Lake Badminton and Adventurers Club, I remember, is quite a quirky one.
It was quite
so
quirky.
That's the judges' choice. So presumably those videos. Congratulations to all the winners, and indeed to everyone who took part. But congratulations especially to Relapse for winning the Audience Choice Award, and Silver Lake Badminton and Adventurers Club. We look forward to seeing how those series progress.
And I think it's there'll be several from these pilots which will actually go into series, which is
I'll be surprised considering the work and effort that's been put into each one of them.
Yeah.
That whether they've won or not, if the creators didn't
want to carry on.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, indeed, and if you think about it, they made the pilots for next to nothing. So presumably, if they wanted to make a series, they could continue to do that for a full season. So, congratulations to all the winners. Check them out. I'm presuming all the pilots are still up on the website.
They are.
So, celebratheweb.com. Check them all out. And again, congratulations to the winners and commiserations to the losers. But guys, it's our show. It's your show. We are currently isolated from the chat room, unfortunately. We're having a few Ustream problems. But we are working on it. However, we're going to carry on with the show. If you want to get in touch with us,
we have our Twitter.
We've got Twitter. It's Twitter at Those Video Guys. You can see that at the bottom of the screen right there. And hello, I thought I was coming up for a second in the window. I'm looking at my reflection, a little bit off-putting, as anyone would say. We're on Facebook.com/Those Video Guys. Have a look at Facebook and add us and like us and be our real life friends. And YouTube.com, of course, /Those Video Guys TV, and by all means,
subscribe.
Please
all
subscribe.
the details are just there.
They are at the bottom of your screen. They're right here. They're right here at the foot of your screen.
Yes.
And they look great. Thank you so much for doing that.
I feel like I can reach out and touch them.
Right, videos.
Yes. Video time. It's video time.
A very interesting first one for us.
Well, indeed. And I'm a little hot under the collar.
Oh, I was hot under the collar. I was hot under the... I was hot
we don't need to hear about that. Thank you so much, Sean. Hotforwords.com and youtube.com/hotforwords. A delightful young Russian called Marina Orlova with some of the more... One of the more titillating etymology lessons that I've ever come across. Etymology, by the way, a word I learnt from hotforwords.com. We're getting a little bit carried away. She reminds me of someone.
Your teacher?
Possibly my teacher, yeah.
Because somebody James Bond once came into grips with.
I think someone James Bond comes into grips with in every James Bond film that I've seen, actually. But her name's Marina Orlova. And
I'm sure that's a very... James Bondish kind of name.
It's a name that sounds like a pun, but isn't quite, I think.
Yeah.
But I'd certainly like to feature all over.
She picks words and phrases that are common usage.
Yeah. And explains the reason why.
But in real detail as well.
In real detail while jiggling her boobs.
Okay, yeah, she does. And it's nice. And we all enjoyed that. And that's fine, because we're going to be reviewing some videos that were aimed at women later in the show. So it's okay that we enjoyed this, isn't it?
Yes. Well, I'm glad I learned something there.
Me too. Do
you like the classroom set you had?
I enjoyed the exciting background and the helpful use of pop-up keywords to make learning more fun.
But you know, I like language. I mean, I studied Latin.
Oh yeah, I've heard you do.
I started Latin. I've done Italian. I've done French, and you know, you can see where words come from, and it's sort of nice to have it explained. And
it is nice.
It is
nice
actually
to have
genuinely
it explained.
despite the rather fun setting, it is actually genuinely quite an educational series of videos.
Although I have to say, I think David Cameron should take note, because if we had a few more of her in the school classrooms,
Well, maybe
around
this
the
should
country,
be.
I think
Yeah.
A-level results would.
Education policy could be chaired
Well,
by
indeed.
Marina. She should
Indeed,
become
Tony-
Secretary of State for education.
Indeed, Tony Blair said education, education, education. And if Marina was in office, I'm sure she'd be saying masturbation, masturbation, masturbation. That's hotforwords.com. I'm going to give it a
I'll give it more.
cheers to Marina. Hopefully we can get her on the show at some point. Elizo can work on that. And we can discuss a few more words with her.
Yeah.
Okay, let's waste no more time. We are going to move straight on to the Bitly's top 5. The Bitly's, believe it or not, the top 5 most tweeted and retweeted videos around the world this week. The fun stuff that you maybe pass around to your colleagues at work to pass a couple of minutes
Indeed.
at work.
Email to your friends.
Assuming, of course, that you work in a place where YouTube isn't banned. Come on, bosses, sort it out. 5. What's at number 5 this week? Let's have a look at this.
5 is the
dancing laptop thief. Okay, well, there's a bit of a story behind this one, Alizar.
Should we play the clip?
No, let's just explain the story first. It's come on, they want to see me, not that picture. Thank you. Okay, there's a bit of a story behind it. Basically, a thief stole somebody's laptop. The owner of the laptop was able to access it remotely, and what he found was an embarrassing video that the thief had made.
This is it.
And let's have a look at the video.
Batter, 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 swing your legs in the air, I'm in the maze, she float away, undo my shade, can't help but stir, rubber band man, bitch, take that, take that, take that, take that, sweep it with your hands, bitch, watch that, drop that, she said.
So he dances very badly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think if that's bad dancing, then...
Put it this way, he thought it was very bad, to the point that he felt so humiliated when the owner of the laptop, having hacked into his own computer, found that video and then posted it all over the internet. He then went on and turned himself in out of pure embarrassment.
Really? He felt that violated?
So,
I thought he had some good moves there. He got the robot there, some nice stuff.
I guess the owner's now got his laptop back, and there's a happy ending.
A happy ending for all except the thief.
for the dancer, yeah.
And the moral of the story is, do not steal laptops from computer whiz kids.
And if you're going to steal a laptop, don't record an embarrassing video of yourself dancing on that. In fact, even if you're not going to steal a laptop, best not to record anything that you don't want to end up on the internet
it wasn't
forever.
Paris Hilton who stole that laptop.
Well, who knows what kind of videos she would make
Well,
in the privacy of her own home.
We've already... Well, okay, I think there's... Yeah, okay, fine. Number 4 in the Bitleys. Number 4, check out Thailand's Got Talent. That was an interesting video. A lady who had a voice like a man, and she's apparently still in the competition at this stage.
It's still early days in Thailand on their show. It's their first series, I believe.
So is she the Thailand equivalent of Subo?
Yes,
Subo.
well, she came out,
Subo.
she sang very lovely, and then suddenly she turns to her real voice, which is a man's voice, because she is actually a transgender.
Ah, I see. I didn't quite...
And of course, that was the
Okay.
surprise. That's why they were all laughing. It's like, oh, well, she can sing both as a woman and as a man in the same song.
What I liked about that is you got to see just how...
Anton Deck.
rigidly, exactly what I was going to say. Exactly what I was going to say. Apparently, part of the format
is
the format
exactly
is
the same.
identical, right down to 2 gurning simpletons waiting backstage for the
And if you watch
competitor.
Got Talent anywhere in the world, you'll find the format, the way it's filmed, the music, the graphics, it's exactly
It's identical.
the same.
It's identical.
Yeah.
But I loved the Anton Deck, the Thailand version of Anton Deck. Okay, cool. So that's number 4. What's number 3? Check out Nuclear Fission Chain Reaction. Let's check it out, and then you can explain this.
Well, I've lifted a cliffhanger there.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you want to see
Sex.
if you want to see what happens, go to the website that we had there, YouTube.com.
Is it worth the wait? I didn't really find it
I
worth
thought it was
the wait.
brilliant.
I didn't. A lot of the theory was lost to me.
So basically, some students have decided how are they going to get science out there and teach people, and they start doing experiments. And this was their one about how to describe nuclear fission and chain reactions.
What were they using? Mouse traps and ping pong balls?
Mouse
or
traps
something?
and ping pong
Okay.
balls, and they throw one ball in, And
all
we
hell
left it out that
breaks
clip,
loose.
but you have to watch it yourself.
Check it out. Well, where can they check it out? Well, the website was on the screen.
It was
so,
Mr. G1.
That's right, Mr. G1, and we will. Well, we always put it on our
We will
blogs
put
as
it
well.
on,
Check out the website, guys. The website address being thosevideoguys.tv. Is that correct?
Indeed, and we'll have on also the links on YouTube as well.
We've got it. We got you covered, guys. And by the way, should have mentioned earlier. Check out our YouTube channel as well when we plugged it, because coming very soon is an exclusive interview that I had with Babylon 5-star Claudia Christian. It's going to be up in 3 parts, and there is a great trailer for it to give you a little sneaky peek. But let's carry on with the Bitleys. So that was number 3. Number 2, check out a baby scared of his own mum blowing her nose. I'm a for a cute baby video. I love it.
The look on that kid's face.
And then the relief as well when he starts laughing. But he's like a goldfish though, because he's got no memory. He's sort of scared of the blowing nose, and then laughs when he realises it's a gag. And then he's scared again, and that goes on for about 3 minutes, I think. But he's a good kid. And he's
Emerson,
got the,
I think he's called.
Emerson.
And he's now a YouTube star, and his parents have now been taking him on the talk show circuit.
Have they really?
So, as a
Do
baby,
they blow their nose in front of him on the talk shows?
But as a baby, this baby is now being interviewed all over America on talk shows.
On like Leno and Letterman and Conan.
Not quite. I'm sure it's probably morning TV.
Oh,
that kind
the
of
sort
stuff.
of the Mario Lopez Power Hour, that kind of thing. Okay, well, Emerson, good luck to you if you're watching. It's a great video. Please make some more. You're a lot of fun. You're a great kid, and you've got the world in front of you. The world is your oyster. Emerson, you're at number 2 in the Bitleys. Keep making those wacky vids, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be at number 1.
Now for number 1?
Well, now for number 1. What is number 1?
It's a dog
the
video.
Tragic tale of
Denver.
one dog brought to justice.
The guilt on that dog's face.
What I didn't understand is that was cat food, wasn't it?
It was cat food.
That was cat food. So that dog's got more issues than just being a kleptomaniac. He's got.
Dogs eat anything though, don't they?
Well, they do, but it's about time that they were brought to justice. I am a cat person. Have we discussed this before?
Yes. I think we're all cat people.
We're all cat people. So, as far as I'm concerned, it was fantastic to see the dog brought swiftly and thoroughly to justice, and hopefully he'll have learnt his lesson there.
Yes.
That's the number 1 video on the Bitleys Top 5. Well, we had a look at some great web series this week. The first of them is a new... Is it New York-based comedy?
Yes, New York.
New York-based comedy.
New York,
about a spoof chat show. And again, this goes back to the Bitleys because we had a transgender person in the Bitleys. Is that right?
Yes.
And we have
a transvestite.
A transvestite, which is a different thing.
It is completely different. This is the wonderful creation of Brian Beacock. Who is the director of It's a Cardboard Life from Celebrate the Web last week.
Which we had a look at that. I do remember that. Yes. But he's also got his own series, McCRACKENLive.com, and if nothing else, it's on Coldcast, which I'm not a fan of, but it's also on YouTube, which I am a fan of. Let's have a look at a clip, and then we'll talk about the show. It's fantastic.
Talent, beauty, determination. A modern American woman for the modern American family. Willing to try anything once, she is the domestic diva, the purveyor of panache, the goddess of good housekeeping. She is Carol Ann McCracken.
If God didn't want me to be fabulous, I wouldn't have been born in high heels.
Born in the Midwest at the age of 27, Carol Ann is a timeless beauty who never admits her age. Since LASIK, her eye for design has never been keener, and her flair for creative cooking has mesmerized the nation.
If it's not deep fried, it's just not food.
Having always been good with her hands,
I just like to touch it.
She's ready to tear down your house and eventually build it back up again. Glamorous to a fault, she never once doubted that she was destined for the spotlight.
It was so bright in my eyes. But I passed the test, he gave me my license back, and I was on my way.
But how did this former beauty...
Okay, so a bit of a complicated one to narrow down into a sentence or two. But basically, a gay, divorced New York bachelor by day comedian plays a female New York chat show artist, chat show host,
and celebrity chef.
And celebrity chef.
I think you can narrow it all down to Tootsie meets the Larry Sanders Show.
The Larry Sanders Show, that's a good comparison,
that is, actually.
But this was a fun show. I really enjoyed this. It was probably funny.
It's kind of done in 2 different ways. You've got the actual McWebbies, which is like the TV show segments, and then other episodes are like more behind the scenes and getting to know the character and actually and shows like that, which is obviously like doing spoof of interviews, and they do kind of spoofed sort of different types of genres of that daytime TV. You know, that was sort of more like the lifestyles of the rich and famous, and then there's the cookery shows and the chat shows and the
The best place, if you haven't seen any of it, just go to McCrackenLive.com and check out the pilot episode, and that'll give you a really good...
And I believe that the character's actually going to be appearing in some other web shows.
Well, it really has. In Misbehave is a web series, soap opera web series, and she appeared as herself, Caroline McCracken, in this series.
And it's got a catchy theme tune as well.
It does have a catchy...
And is it going to be appearing at the French Web Film Festival?
I think it's Marseille.
It is going to be. It is. We got a letter from them today.
They did, yeah, they've just been selected.
All expenses paid. It's going to be flown to Marseille.
What about us? What about the video guys? Don't they want us in
I'm
Marseille?
sure they do. Yeah, maybe they just didn't quite get our email address, but I'm sure the plane tickets are in the post.
Yes, they need to email Sean Harry.
Only 8 web shows were picked. Only 8 web shows were picked, and this is one of them.
Oh, okay.
To the first ever French web festival.
Do you know what the other shows that were picked were?
I could probably find out next week.
We'll bring that next week. Yeah. Well, when are the awards? They're in October, aren't they?
It's a festival.
Oh, a festival. When's the festival?
It's not October, November.
Yeah, so we'll discuss it nearer the time. We'll have a good chat, because that's going to be big news in the world of web series, and that's great. And that's creator Brian Beacock, who presumably is the star of the show as well.
Director, yes, indeed.
So that is a great series. There's about 9 or 10 episodes, and as I say, if you watch the pilot on McCracken Live,
once you watch the pilot, you'll fly through the whole
exactly. You'll want to.
It's a lot of fun.
The pilot was actually made for TV. They were trying to sell the show to TV. I'm assuming it didn't get picked up, but they thought, well, look, it's good enough. Let's put it on the web.
Yeah.
And we'll show it to the world anyway. And I think he's got a hit on his hands.
And of course, the concept, of course, is that as a celebrity chef, she's probably the worst one.
Yeah.
The creations are just...
Well, I was going to say, actually, the one thing that I didn't think...
Did you watch the Halloween one? Where she made the Halloween food, and it was just like throwing things in there.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. It's just surreal. Almost.
I have to say, the one thing that I didn't buy entirely, and I know realism isn't necessarily the strong suit of the show, but when they were sort of explaining, oh, she's like a terrible chat show host, everything always goes wrong, the only really examples they had is just occasionally she would like knock something over or drop something. I didn't really think it was like... nightmare TV. We've seen much worse things actually happening on TV. I think they could have gone a bit more overboard with how bad she's actually meant to be. That's just an idea. You're the creative guys.
Future episode.
Exactly. We've got a few guys in the chat room. Just say hello to everyone in the chat room. We've got the chat room up and running now, so we've got one eye on that. And a big hello to you guys in the chat room. Don't forget, later in the show we will have our Q&A session where we will be talking about the online issues of the day, so please be sure to tweet us, get us in the chat room, and we'll have a good old chinwag later in the show. That is McCracken Live, McCrackenLive.com. It's a lot of fun, and I encourage you all to check it out. I'm sure I said this before, that is possibly one of the funniest series I've seen on the web. And 3 cheers. 3 cheers to McCracken Live. Okay. So, next we had a look at another... actually, was this New York based as well?
No, it's
Los Angeles.
Oh, LA based, of course,
well, very Hollywood. Actually, I thought it was more, not so much LA, but very Hollywood based.
And it was a show called About Abby, which you can find at aboutabby.tv, and of course it's on YouTube as well, presumably, which is where I saw it. A cockeyed optimist on her journey to find true love in LA. Have we got the trailer for that?
We have the trailer, yeah.
Hi, I'm Abby.
You were fantastic.
Whose are these?
True love. No, people are mean and they're manipulative.
You meet a person, you're attracted to them. It's circumstantial.
I'm not just looking for just sex. I still believe in love.
Great. Well, we've just had confirmation from Caroline McCracken in the chat room that she will be setting fire to herself in an upcoming episode.
Excellent.
So it looks like my worries about her not being clumsy enough have been put to rest. But anyway, About Abby TV, we've just seen the trailer for that. My first thoughts, she's nice, but she's no Marina all over. That's my thoughts.
I think that would be a bit kind of like pervy. I mean, she's supposed to be just like a teenage girl
Well,
out there.
I think Marina has set new standards for presentation on the internet.
Yeah.
No.
It reminded me of kind of like, it's obviously aimed at a much younger market than us. It's very much, I felt like, the kind of like the Nickelodeon or Trouble TV type. There's a bit more. It's kind of like the next step up. It's a bit more
the next
aware.
step
There's
up.
swearing. It's a bit more
Absolutely.
sexually aware.
And I
A
think
bit more. It's a lot more.
I quite like the contrast of her character because she's the backstory is that she's been in a relationship for 8 years.
She's only been with the one
guy from high school. You know, the high school sweetheart thing. So for her to explore, you know, new relationships is a brand new thing.
Mm-hmm.
But she still has the sort of naivety of that sort of high school sweetheart thing. But she's exploring her sexuality.
Yes.
She's meeting new guys. She's having one-night stands, although she doesn't think she's having one-night stands at the time. She only discovers the next day that they're going to be one-night stands.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's the re-education, I suppose, of a young girl
And
in the real world. Really, this is taking almost sort of taking a character from the Disney-esque high school musical world and
to see
putting
where
her
they will end up in
the
real
life
when they leave
real
the cosseted world of high school and are thrust out into the real world of Los Angeles.
And you know,
Los Angeles is not the real world.
the-
Los Angeles is the world all of its
Well, that's
own.
true, actually.
you know, there should be definitely a market for this. You know, amongst.
Are you in that market?
Am I in that market? I'm in the market for good web series, and if
We're
I
in the
enjoy
market-
it,
That's
in the
a
market for
diplomatic
good
way of
drama.
if I enjoy it, which I did enjoy it,
In the market for good web series, good drama, although very much I'd say that the market for that is very much teens and early 20.
It is,
Some
and well, it's
things,
interesting
but-
again. Like everything we watch, I think we find there is, you know, we've seen shows aimed at women, we've seen shows aimed at men, we're seeing a show aimed at teenagers, and you know, it's great if
Well,
they're.
that's a great thing. I mean, one of the big problems of television at the moment is TV companies are just chasing the largest possible audience they can get at any one time. And you have minority groups who aren't necessarily being serviced by television or the media at the moment. And this is a great leveller, as it were.
yes.
And,
And I think About Abby works because that teenage audience, if this was to been made for television,
it would have been
it
totally censored.
would have been
in,
completely
yes.
censored. It would have been, you know, it would have been changed beyond recognition.
I wonder, yeah.
And
you might
here's
be
something
right.
that's, I think, hopefully a bit more honest.
I wonder. I mean, to be fair, are teenage sitcoms like Hollyoaks? I'm assuming most of the Americans won't have seen that, but they're quite explicit and quite
Yes,
sort of
but
gritty.
In a very
but that's
different
British.
way.
It's a very different thing.
Mm.
I mean, Skins, for instance.
I think Hollyoaks is more exploitative than this. I mean,
no, it is,
Hollyoaks
yeah.
is just trying to be sexy, whereas this is actually trying to be quite honest about the situations.
And you know, we are definitely probably going to be seeing a development of her character. as-
Well,
as the
indeed.
series
There's
goes along.
only 4 episodes released so far, and the whole series was actually shot in just 10 days.
Indeed, yeah.
But there's, like I say, there's 4 episodes out on the web, and there's many, probably about 5 or 6 more to come at a guess. And we got an email from her, didn't we? Can you remember what it said, or was it irrelevant to the conversation? Something about an award, or she'd done very well.
Well,
or...
actually, there was the again. It was on Monday night. There was the LA Web Fest Awards.
The LA Web Fest Awards, that's right. And
there's several of the.
I think she got
series-
nominated or won Best Star.
She won, yeah. Several of the web series that we've reviewed
Okay.
have actually won awards there. Although I was quite confused with the LA Web Fest because it seemed to have several awards for the same category.
I see. Okay.
So there were maybe about 5 or 6 best series, or
Well,
5 or 6 best actress.
Regardless,
Their series released on a Tuesday.
Perhaps. Regardless, Abby doing very well for herself, and you can check
But that's
her
good.
out.
You know, she's a brand new series, and she's already winning awards.
Already winning awards and living in LA, so she's doing 2 better than us at the moment. But About Abby.tv, it's a new, fresh, cool, young series for everyone who has got an internet connection. Check it out and have a look at that. Cheers to About Abby.
Cheers to Abby.
Here's to you. All the Billy best with that, and we will keep one eye or more as
On
the
the
series
future,
progresses.
indeed.
Well, guys, it's the Q&A time. I know Sean's got one eye on the chat room, but of course, there's been some big things going on the internet over the last week. Not the least of which was a new sensation, a YouTube star or otherwise was born. Her name is Rebecca Black, and presumably, if you have spent any time at all on YouTube, you will
In
have
the last
seen
couple of weeks.
in the last couple of days it's
Really?
exploded. You will have seen her song Friday. Sean, have you seen it? You haven't seen it?
I haven't actually seen it. When you guys mentioned it to me, I was like, what? And I have to check it out now.
Well, we should check it out. But Elazar, do you want to just tell us a little bit about this song?
Well, what is there to say about the song that hasn't been covered that probably everyone watching will know about? It's a very bad pop song.
Supposedly it's the worst song that's ever been recorded. Not even released.
I've got to hear
of any
this.
music.
Is it really the worst song?
I don't think it's so bad.
Okay, Sean, as an example, it has lyrics like Friday, I don't know, thank heavens it's Friday, tomorrow is Saturday and Sunday is the day afterwards. You know,
yeah,
well,
I mean,
come on, we've had stuff out there. What was it? Touch my bum, touch your bum.
The Cheeky Girls.
The
This is
Girls.
like exactly another lyrical masterpiece. But I
hardly Lennon than McCartney.
Yeah, but she's only what 13, 14
She's only
years old.
13,
and the real story is, and I have to say by the way, any song that gives a shout out to eating a bowl of cereal, I think it gets a thumbs up. I love
or
cereal.
a rap about watching a school bus drive past you.
Exactly. She's dealing with the issues of the day for people in her age group, and again, it's another example of the web targeting.
Yes, but you know what? Should 13-year-olds be partying every Friday?
Well, should they be driving? The kid was driving a car. I know they've got like lax regulations in America, but that was too much.
He would have had to at least been 16 or 17.
He looked about 5.
But I'm not quite sure why he's picking up 13-year-olds if he is.
Indeed. Well, which did you choose, the back seat or the front seat? You've still got to decide.
That's another lyric.
That's another
what
lyric.
Are you going to watch?
At least it's the back seat, not the back door.
I don't know if I'm just getting old, but I honestly couldn't tell the difference between that and like a regular pop song by like Girls Aloud or whoever the.
Excuse me.
You're a Girls Aloud fan, are you?
Let's not go there.
Okay, let's not go there. I think we're learning a lot about each other this evening. But the real story, though, is some of the very harsh and negative criticism that what is ostensibly a very young
Indeed. I mean, if she couldn't handle this criticism, then maybe they should have had comments switched off on YouTube.
I think that is one of the actual sad things when you do see young people do stuff on the internet and then get absolutely slaughtered for it.
Yes, you know, and it's like if you don't want to read bad comments, don't enable comments on the video.
Yeah,
you know.
Well. Yeah, we should start doing that, I think, probably.
Well, we've had a few insults on our
Somebody was very upset about my comments about Shannon Doherty.
Indeed.
Really? Oh, well, somebody who might be an executive producer of the show, is that?
Possibly.
Possibly, okay.
Possibly.
Well, fine. So that is Rebecca Black. Check out her song, Friday. I think it's actually a nice song, but I think I might be in the minority.
Can you download it on iTunes?
You absolutely can, and indeed, I'm sure she'll be... crying herself to sleep with all the money that she's earned there.
Well,
so,
yeah, but you know, I think it was something like after about 45 million views on YouTube, they still only had like about 20,000 iTunes, which is still
not bad, you know.
But you know, in comparison, it hasn't really translated into sales.
But again, you can actually download stuff off YouTube, so.
Ixnay on the download, yeah, but yes, you can, and we've all done it.
I never do that.
I definitely haven't done it. Definitely haven't done it. So, you've also put something on the Q&A topics called The Confession, and I don't know what this is.
This is a brand new web series starring Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh my goodness.
Of 24
Of
fame?
24 fame, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, well
unfortunately, we can't watch it because...
Over here?
It's only available to American audiences.
Son of
so
a...
we can't review it.
We can't, and we won't.
Kiefer, that's not good.
Get it sorted. Get it sorted. It must be on YouTube, though, surely.
It's not. It's on Hulu.com only, and it's only for US audiences.
Unbelievable.
So we've been frozen out from being able to review The Confession.
It's called The Confession. It's got Kiefer Sutherland. It's a Hulu.com exclusive. We know we've got plenty of American viewers. If anyone's watching the show and has got any thoughts or opinions
if you're in the message
then
room, let us know. Is it any good?
And if you're watching this recorded video,
leave a comment.
Leave a comment below.
But leave a nice comment
with your review on The Confession, so that we know what it's like.
Indeed, and then we'll try and. Do you know what, Elazar? We're all tech savvy guys. There probably is a way that we can get hold of it.
I'm sure there's a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. That's all I'm going to say.
We need Chloe.
Someone out there needs to download it from Hulu and send it to us.
And send it to us.
Then we can review it.
Legally.
Because, you know, it should be legitimate for reviewers to be able to review anything.
Yes.
Indeed. Well, why aren't we getting an advance copy?
This show's watched in the States, so...
It is indeed.
So, well, any other videos you were watching this week?
Indeed. Are there any other videos that I was watching this week? Well, I was watching my teaser trailer. I spent a lot of time putting that together with the interview with Claudia Christian.
Which is on our YouTube page now.
It is. Check it out. YouTube.com/those video guys.
Anything on the chat room?
Anything in the chat room? Somebody has told me that lesser men have figured out how to watch it online.
Indeed, I know there's a way.
Somebody has issued us a challenge there.
We will find it out. We will find out how to do that.
Apparently somebody else claims that each confession lasts 24 hours, although I think they're just having a joke there.
Really? Well, wasn't Kiefer... Maybe I'm getting confused. Kiefer Sutherland from 24, was he
That's
not
correct.
in and out of prison during the last series?
He was.
He was for his drunken, crazy behaviour.
Indeed. So let's hope that he's put that behind him. And you know,
this is. I mean, for web series, I think it's quite an important thing
to have a big name in a web series.
It's going to hopefully introduce new audiences to watching web series for the first time.
Yeah.
And once they watch The Confession, hopefully
he
will lead.
He has a huge fan base.
Absolutely, and hopefully
it's the future.
Hopefully, it will lead to them looking for other web series.
Yeah, the internet is the future of TV, and I know not everyone believes that at the moment, but it has to be. I really believe that. And I think this is a step in the right direction. We've got a top A-list star, none of your Shannon Doherty's or anything like that.
No.
You've got a top, current, relevant A-list star, and he's in a show, and you can only see it on the internet. Although at the moment you can only see it on the internet in America, which sort of defeats the purpose. But it's not called the World Wide Web for nothing. That's all I'm going to say about that. But let's see, is he the first of a whole slew of stars?
Well, it's
been
interesting
happening.
because Netflix have just purchased a series which hasn't been made yet.
Okay. Netflix, who do the streaming movies.
Streaming in America.
Yeah.
And they've purchased a series which was intended to be a TV series starring Kevin Spacey. And because they've bought into it now, it will now be exclusively on Netflix.
Wow. With Kevin Spacey.
And that's going to be like a normal 1 hour TV show, but exclusive on Netflix.
I wonder if Netflix
and they
would be
paid
interested...
$4 million per episode for it.
$4 million per episode?
Yeah.
I wonder if Netflix would be interested in a kind of YouTube review show where people look at web series. Maybe, I don't know, three English guys, a little bit quirky.
That's all been... I mean, you only have to look a few years back when the actors and the writers' strike was going on in Hollywood. Joss Whedon produced Dr. Horrible's musical blog. He made several $1 million out of doing that when that was released. So,
and that's one of the pioneering web series, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, have you got any more comments or nice things? Only the nice things to say about us.
There's a lot of stuff coming on in
oh, of course! The biggest star in the world was on the internet, Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
And he was on YTV alongside those video guys. So I take back everything I said about Kiefer Sutherland. In many ways, he's yesterday's news. He's
Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen used to do films together.
Oh, did they? In that case,
mates.
they're both equal on
they're
every
both
regard.
filled with tiger blood.
They certainly are, actually. Whatever happened to Charlie Sheen, though? Is he still around? Or
he is. He's going to do a live tour.
He's a bit like the cast of Glee. He's going to do a live tour.
And I'm sure YTV will be making announcements soon about some the future of Sheen's Corner.
Well, you heard it here first, so check out.
We have to wait and see.
We do, but keep your eyes peeled to
We're
YTV.
waiting just as well.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But I think in many ways we're exactly as good as Charlie Sheen.
And next week you're going to be leaving us for a little bit, aren't you?
I am going on holiday for 2 weeks. I am going to fulfil a lifetime's ambition. Believe it or not, I am going to WrestleMania. I'm going to check it out. The show. Indeed WrestleMania. Yeah. Well, something like that.
So which wrestler do you support the most?
Well, The Rock is back after a 10-year absence. He's back for WrestleMania.
He's back?
He's back.
That is actually a good WrestleMania.
Indeed. And Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be a guest referee in one of the matches. And even Shawn Michaels might be getting involved. So, it's a big old show. It's at the Atlanta Dome in Georgia.
Well, I hope you have a good time.
And, well, thank you so much. I genuinely can't wait.
And we're going to have a guest presenter.
What? I thought I was irreplaceable.
You are irreplaceable.
Okay, well that's fine.
We actually had to get somebody a known D-lister.
A D-lister. Okay, well I can do that.
To replace you for next week. But we have the actor Jonathan Woodward, who is known from Buffy, Angel, and Firefly. He's going to be stepping in your boots.
Wow,
that's for the next episode.
Any Buffy fans out there watching?
I'm sure there's plenty.
Or Angel fans?
Yeah.
What's his name again? Sorry, Jonathan
Woodward.
And he's been in Buffy
Angel, and Firefly.
Okay, well I did... my school nativity play was on the local news when I was 6. And there's a video of me playing the ukulele, the Super Mario theme on the ukulele on YouTube.
That's a pretty impressive CV.
So we're about... I'd say we're about equal.
Plus you did also get to interview the unknown guitarist.
The mystery guitar man, indeed,
yes.
indeed. So I'd say we're on a level. So I think it'll be good.
On a good level, yes.
I think it'll be okay. Give him a chance. That's what I'm going to say. Give him a chance.
So bearing in mind,
he's very nervous.
We're giving him 2 chances, and that's it. Because then you're back.
And then I'm back, indeed.
so bearing in mind that Jonathan's known for appearing in vampire and science fiction, should we have a theme next week then? Vampires?
That'd be a good one, yes.
Vampire week next week?
Well, all I will say, get it out of your system while I'm gone. I would suggest, why don't you guys do Doctor Who, because you're always talking about Doctor Who, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, we might be doing a Doctor Who show, standalone TVG offshoot, I think.
An offshoot? Wow,
Yes.
okay. Those video guys meet ... Doctor Who, maybe? Maybe, we'll see. We will see.
So yes, let's do Vampire week next week.
Okay, well,
If you've got some good vampire videos we should be looking at, send them our way.
Tweet them. Put the graphics up again, Alistair. Tweet them at Those Video Guys. Like us on Facebook.com/ThoseVideoGuys and subscribe to our YouTube.com/channel Those Video Guys TV. Also next week on the show, I believe we'll have part 1 of the interview with Claudia Christian.
We will indeed, yes.
Where she will be talking about her favourite web videos.
Indeed,
and
yes.
you'll find out what they are. And then part 2 will be the week after that. And part 3 will be a YouTube exclusive, which you'll only be able to see by subscribing to Those Video Guys TV on YouTube. Guys,
there's the reason to subscribe.
Indeed. We have had a blast this week, and it has gone by like that. We've also had
some great videos to watch this week.
We've watched some fantastic... I'm going to go back and check the rest of McCRACKEN. I didn't get all the way through, but I had such a blast watching the first few, and I can't wait to see the rest of them. About Abby, we'll keep an eye on that as it progresses. And indeed, Hot for Words, I'm going to go back and...
oh, yes.
But you can also tweet her and tell her what words you want her to talk about.
I intend to.
Oh,
I intend to. Well, I'm sure you can. But guys, we've had a great time. It's been a blast. No Ustream problems this week. So
no,
big thumbs
not
up
at all.
to our good friends at Ustream.
And tomorrow at YTV is Down the Rabbit Hole with Duchess Rebecca.
Duchess Rebecca, be sure to check out that. Is Fleisch's Universe, is that still going?
Fleisch's Universe was last night, that's back on Tuesday.
Indeed, and he's following me on Twitter now, so if he is, then why aren't you? At John Atkins III.
And DJ Matt Robertson's got a great music show on YTV.
He's in the house, Global Soul.
Global Soul on Mondays.
So there's a lot of great stuff coming up on YTV. We'll be back, although I won't be, next week. But from myself, John, from Sean, from Eleazar, we will be back next week, and we have been... Those Video Guys!